to download. I'm Glenn Hansen, President and CEO of BPA Worldwide, and would like to thank you all for joining us today. Again, apologies for the technology glitch that we experienced up front. What I would like to do is introduce two of our speakers, and we've sort of divided this somewhat into threes. So I'll be online first, and that will be followed then by Skip Cox from Exhibit Surveys. Skip is the president there. Followed shortly thereafter by Glenda Brungart from HP. She is the trade show event manager for HP Consumer Group America's Marketing. We'll now advance, and the interesting thing about some of these slides is while they are numbered, they seem to skip the even numbers. So I'm on now what looks to be slide 7 if you look at the visual, but it's really the 4th slide. And it says agenda. Why this topic? What is an audit? How does a survey differ? And using audit and survey data to plan exhibits and as organizers to help open up revenue opportunities with exhibitors, making better decisions and measure your ROI, and then there'll be Q&A. And as Mike alluded to, this technology should be able to allow us to see questions as you ask them, and if we can answer them within the context of our presentation, we will. But certainly at the end we can scroll through, see all the questions, and make sure that we cover all of those points. Moving then on to our next slide, which begins with our promise to you, and that's saying it's slide 9, but it's slide 5. We promised you today that you'll learn how to use audits and research as a strategic tool to do a number of things. Certainly help measure potential audience to be determined if exhibiting is justified, then also estimate the level of investment justified required to reach a potential audience, measure that ROI potential, plan more effectively to enhance ROI, improve performance, and provide justification to your management. Now, this messaging is mostly directed to exhibitors, and here we're trying to suggest to the exhibitors that through audits and research, the exhibitor can use it to take an estimate of what the ROI potential is, and then use the information to justify decisions as to what shows exhibitors choose to attend, exhibit, and sponsor, and so on. So why this topic? Today, exhibitors and management need better and more solid information to make strategic and tactical decisions, certainly with respect to what shows they should exhibit at, and how to effectively reach the target audience before, at, and after the face-to-face event, and how they can measure either ROI or, in fact, ROO, return on their objectives. From the Business Marketing Association, from their newsletter, Laura Patterson wrote a story in there, and there are a couple of quotes I use here that talk about clearly businesses are about securing revenue-producing customers, keeping those customers, and growing profitable revenue. But in her article, she goes on to suggest that marketing is unable to link many of its activities to either motivating prospects to buy, customers buying more product, or making more referrals. And marketing cannot provide strategic advice as to which activities and or programs matter. And again, that's a quote from the BMA newsletter. An interesting sidebar story that Skip told me about is this business impact. And the notion here, by analogy, is that in the 1970s, the Polish government had set out to make its furniture industry more competitive in the global economy. And we talk about objectives and measuring performance against objectives. What they thought they would do is reward furniture factories based on the total weight of their products manufactured. So the more weight, conceptually, that would lead to more product and therefore growing market share. But as a result, citizens of Poland now have the world's heaviest furniture, according to the New York Times. Apparently what was done, rather than produce more furniture, they produced heavy pieces of furniture to satisfy what was this goal and objective or quota. Performance metrics can't produce their intended outcomes if they don't measure what really matters to the business. An event marketing spend must be linked to business impact. And we hope that through a combination of event audit and research or survey, event marketers will be able to do a better job linking the event to the actual impact. Marketers need to track several things. First of mine would be activity-based metrics, the number of people in terms of attending an event, the number of leads that were obtained as a result of those attendees. But then it should move on, and perhaps this becomes a post-show analysis.